Yo, yo,
Here we go. How we living? How we living?
what's going on? Huh, trying to see if I can get it work. You can hear me?
Oh, so you good?
Yeah.
Shit. Let me do a little intro real quick. So I want to welcome my listeners to the largely speaking with Sean. We here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. I just came back from the park. It looked amazing. Stayed the hell away from people, but still looking great.
Thank God.
Yeah. So shit. Tell me how you been? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I can't complain. I'm doing the same thing, just staying away from people. Um, like you said, just honestly worked out this morning myself. But yeah, other than that, it's been straight distance. It's trying to slowly get back to it as the world get together.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like Georgia. I feel like everybody just feel like it's back to normal already.
Right? People going out there too fast. Traffic's starting to get crazy. Lines everywhere you go. All right, you just wait. Y'all waiting for that second wave? I see.
Exactly. I went to the park. Like I made sure I stay my distance, but everybody's like walking on the trail right beside each other. And it's like, damn, y'all I like people wasn't dying from this and still are dying from this to this day.
And that's what coming Monday they're gonna start taking away some of the restrictions. So be prepared.
Shit, it's scary. Shit. Um, but topics we're gonna talk about today is mental health when it comes to men in today's society and various relationship topics. So I want to start you off with how do you feel men when it comes to mental health are treated nowadays? Like if you're depressed as a dude, like who do you go to?
You said if I'm depressed, who do I go to?
Yeah.
I mean, see, I'm blessed enough to have somebody at home with me. Queen. I've been dating her for like 7 years. So like when I start feeling it, you know, that's who I can go to. Honestly, if she's not around and I start like getting feeling some type of way, especially in the time of crisis we in now, I got music. Music is life.
Right.
Like it can't even hold you. Like I mean, I think it's important for people to try to stay like to keep your head intact. Because trust me, believe it, like staying in the house every day can start to get to
hmm
people.
Yeah, I feel like it's really prevalent nowadays because people still like me. I'm a person like I get stuck in my thoughts sometimes when you're by yourself, you get stuck in your thoughts and you start to overthink things, and then you might say something out of the ordinary that you might not have said because you weren't really in your thoughts. You're just living life. You know
Right, right. And it's like with the over, and that's what like a big issue in today's world is that I don't know what it is with folks, but it's from overthinking or overanalyzing stuff, and sometimes that can hold weight on you.
exactly.
Like sometimes you don't even need to like think that deep into it or overthink the situation. Sometimes it's really just as simple as 2 plus 2. You just got to go do it.
And it's funny because I was just talking about this with somebody else. It's like you like the road of life is never like straight. It's never flat. It's always bumps in the roads. Like especially at the time we're overthinking, we're home all the time. Like a bump in the road nowadays is like the end of the world. You know what I mean?
Right.
When it's not, it's like it's part of life. It's like this stuff you got to go through. You got to go around. You got to fix the bump. You got to come out and fix your tire and then keep moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like bumps are always gonna happen. I heard this one person say, like, is if life was easy, then it would be like, I'm drawing a blank. If life was easy, crap. Well, hey, look, if life was easy, then it would just be like everybody would be successful. Everybody would. Why are some people like higher than others, or why are some people go, be able to handle their stuff? It's just because like they understand how to maneuver through the bumps.
Exactly.
Like at the end of the day, I mean, if bumps happen, you can't let it get to you. Like I had during this quarantine, I had some times where it got real bumpy, real bumpy. And honestly, it's like I just had to like sit down, breathe for a minute, hey, listen to some music. Well, meditation is a big thing nowadays too. I'm telling people,
Oh, I've
meditate.
been telling people, if you see my story, I've been trying to freaking promote it so much because for myself that helped like a lot because when I meditate, all I do is like try to put out positivity. So it's nothing but positive output in my mind and figure out like the best situation, like the best outcome is gonna come.
Like I didn't realize how important meditating was until it was like 2017. I went to Miami. You know,
Right.
I'm a big dude. I'm chilling. Like I'm 240 pounds, 50 pounds, but it's like we went to this spa and they cut off the lights. They said don't focus on nothing. Just focus on like literally in your mind, just keep saying nothing. Focus on this red light and keep saying nothing. When I tell you coming out of that, it was just like an eye opener. Like
It's like a
everything
revelation.
like everything felt lighter. And you know,
Yeah.
I'm a heavy dude at the time. Trust and believe. If I felt light, it was I felt light. Like so like after that, meditating just was the forefront, the leading factor of just me honestly getting my life back together after college. Like I would take 15 minutes, like 15 minutes when I wake up in the morning just to breathe. Like focus on nothing and just breathe, get my head straight. So yeah,
Yeah.
for anybody handling depression or feeling lost, I'm telling you, meditate. Start off your mornings with meditate, whether it's 5, 10, 15 minutes, meditate.
Yeah. And I also say like count the blessings like nowadays, like 'cause there was a time, important time when you were the unfortunate. Like count your blessings because like not everybody has somebody to talk to, somebody that cares so much about them, or food on their table, a house over their head,
Mm-hmm.
mom, siblings. It's like you have to count your blessings because one day you're not gonna have that, and you're gonna be regretful because you took advantage and you didn't of what was around
Mm-hmm. And Corona kind of shows that for some people. Like I have some people that lost their moms, their brothers, their grandparents just from Corona, and you know, condolences to them. And it's a hard thing to see, man. So sometimes you just need to count your blessings, what you got around you.
you. Yeah, like what you saying, man. Any little bump on the road doesn't mean you should change, you should switch up at all. It just means it was a small change.
Right.
Like you gotta adapt to like in your relationship or something like that. There's no relationship without its bumps and problems. You know what I mean? Nothing's perfect.
On God, like I said, I was dating mine for 7 years. There's been times we want to kill each other, but I mean,
Right.
it's the relationship. You get like if you care about the significant other, you get through it.
Exactly. And I feel like today is like, especially just social media, we're so fixed on this image of perfection.
Mm-hmm.
So when something doesn't go right, it's like, fuck. It was like you ignore like the whole big picture with that person. You know that you're compatible. You know that that person makes you happy. You're just stuck in the moment.
Oh, this girl said a quote, so I feel like she would treat me better than my girl does now. I'm like, no, that's not the way it works.
Exactly.
Like no matter what relationship you have, there will always be bumps, even in your relationship. You gonna The
Exactly.
longer y'all date, the more y'all learn about each other. You gonna find some stuff you don't like, but she gonna find some stuff she don't like about you either. So I mean, it's either you can grow, develop what you don't like, what they don't like about you. You can try to grow and change that if you personally want to, or
Hmm.
there's something they gonna have to deal with if they care.
Exactly.
Like like it's not.
It's all about making a concerted effort, man. Of like you and yourself and you and your girls, like you made a concerted effort just to like I know, like like you might have a problem, or it might even be a problem, it might just be a bump. Like you showing a concerted effort that you care by acknowledging it instead of just like listening and reacting.
Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong. Now it took a time because, like I said, we started when we were like, I was like 17 when we started, so it was just like, you're listening, but you're not listening. Like
Right.
you hear, but you're not hearing. Like so, it just took some time. By like year 3, that's when I really started getting the hang of like hearing them, listening to them, catching how they feel. And
Yeah.
sometimes they need that. I mean, if she's gonna be your support, you gotta support it back.
Yeah. You just need patience
Mm-hmm.
because Rome wasn't built in a day, and it's like you just have to have faith and strength in that other person.
See, the problem with a fast world is that people give up too easily, which is why probably divorce rates are so high. Cheating rate, black men don't cheat is according to them, is according to the thing. Black men don't cheat, but I mean, like, having these people don't have the patience or the willpower to even like try to keep their relationship going and together. So
Exactly.
that's why I feel like just relationships fall flat, fall short.
But it's communication too, because it's like they're thinking this in their head, but it's like they don't tell their partner what they're thinking. So it's like their a problem in your head, or it doesn't get solved.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, the communication is like the best thing you need to do, and like, especially when you're getting to know somebody, because you can't just talk to somebody for a certain amount of time just because of their look or you think they're funny. Like you got to know about the whole background. So when shit actually hits the fan, it's like then you question yourself, like why did this happen, instead of you knowing why it happened.
Right. Like
Yeah.
that's why I mean the way I see about it is like as you're learning about them, you just gotta kind of like I don't know, like you're honestly I recommend like going to their side, like going in their shoes, spend that time to meet their family in that first year. Like people rush, like it's either people rush, next thing you know, like they know each other for 6 months and they're married, or they went dating for like a year or two, then just gave up because they couldn't communicate correctly. I mean, honestly, I say that first year of a relationship, y'all should just spend that time knowing each other. Don't go crazy with the relationships. I love you. I don't believe in marriage within a year. Honestly, I don't believe in marriage within 2 years. Like it doesn't give you the
Right.
time to know someone. Like I believe you spend that first year just meeting the family, meet like going, knowing her what she wants to do, what she wants to accomplish, letting her know what you trying to do, what you trying to accomplish. Make sure y'all goals line up so that way, when it's all said and done, like 2, 3 years later, nobody's in regrets or you won't learn something dramatically new. Oh, I didn't even know you were like this. I didn't even know your family was like this. Like give them the opportunity to see, like if you want to be a part of this, this is you know
You can't half-ass these. Like you can't be a part-time lover. You gotta be a full-time lover.
exactly.
It just I don't know. I feel like, and plus we as a community don't have like the right role models to really go for it. And then it's like as men, we're not gonna go to a different dude, and because we're so misogynistic and shit like that, we feel like we should handle it ourselves instead of asking somebody for help.
Yeah, and you can see how that stuff because even I honestly suffer from that sometimes. Where it's like I feel like I can handle it myself. I can handle it myself. Like, hey, look, you can't be afraid to like go for help, ask for help. You might like if you feel like you and your girl not communicating. I say, hey, talk to somebody. I'm not saying you have to go to counseling or something, but like
Yeah,
if you know somebody who has a long relationship, like there's people out there that been married 20, 30, 40 years.
happy for years.
Like I ran into this old couple that's been married for 55 years and just chatting with them. Like you feel like you could talk to anybody, and those are the best people to talk to because one, they don't know 100% in your situation. They're not 100% in your situation. Like
Exactly.
friend,
But they can give you
you
insight.
feel me? Friends, family. they kind of know the person. So, if they like her or don't like her, like him, don't like him.
Exactly. They'll cater to you in the situation instead of being truthful
Mm-hmm.
or helpful. So that's why I say don't your family and your friends aren't always the best people to console to. Like I always console the OGs that are happy in their relationships. I like, oh yo, how should I move right now when it comes to this? And they'll tell me. I'm not gonna ask my friend that be fucking around in these streets and being a hoe,
Right.
or if it's a girl, she's not gonna ask them the same thing. Or somebody that's toxic is like that person will only bring you down and bring the other person down instead of helping you get better. And just telling you like it happens, like a bump happens, and you just got to get pushed through it because you care and you see the bigger picture with that
Like, you a
person.
queen, why get help from a peasant? Like, go talk to another queen that's been in this situation.
Thank you.
Like, you can't get advice from people that cannot relate.
Yeah, like my pops told me, you can't. Not everybody is equipped to control you, man. Not everybody's equipped to control you.
No, that's facts. That's fact.
And then yeah, it's just not everybody's equipped. Like you just gotta search out, and then you will find the answers for yourself. And you just gotta be open and just be open to hear somebody's other opinion because that's when it becomes selfish when it's all about you.
Mm-hmm.
Like damn, like once you start in that mode, it's like it becomes about your feelings, and then you just lose the other people. Well, you lose touch with the other person because like you forget that it's two people in a relationship.
Right. And like I feel as though even when you get into a relationship, you don't have to lose yourself. Now, don't get me wrong.
Exactly. You
Don't
don't.
get me wrong. You could get lost in the relationship. You
Mm-hmm.
can. Like, once you're like you have a life partner. Like, that's your partner. Y'all, next thing you know, y'all just always just vibing with each other. Y'all cooling. Y'all the focus, but life is not going nowhere. You feel me? Next thing you know, y'all
Right.
start wanting more. So I think as in a
Mm-hmm.
relationship, y'all should push each other, challenge each other, encourage growth for both of y'all. When y'all get lost in a relationship, y'all, it's like getting comfortable. It's like getting stagnant.
Exactly. So that's when you start getting complacent of where you are, and that's when you start getting bored.
And then that goes back to like what we were talking about earlier about overthinking, overanalyzing. Because then stuff not going right. You start thinking about stuff. Maybe it was a mistake to do this. No, it wasn't. If it was a mistake, you wouldn't have spent this time.
Exactly.
You feel me?
And I'm a person that don't spend time on it. Like I see bullshit. Like when I was dating around, I see bullshit like after a week or two because I ask questions. Like you got to ask these questions. Like you have to understand somebody when somebody's bullshitting you, they dodge questions or they don't ask you questions back. So it's like you see the bullshit. That's why I never prolonged any bullshit like any at all. I just cut that shit right there and get what I want and get out.
Yeah, and I mean, even like most relationships, like even me and my girl kind of sometimes went back and forth, kind of like maybe try to take a breather. Sometimes it was mostly on me because I'm a nigga, so young try to do some young knucklehead stuff. But even like from chat with other females or just early mistakes early on, I realized like, bro, like if you have the right partner, everything you want in a partner is already there, like right next to you. You don't need to
Mm-hmm.
go searching. You just need to build with it. You
Exactly.
already got your
That's
foundation.
what I feel like. But what you're saying is like somebody else might not know that. So it's like, where do you get that information?
I mean, you get that information just from like if you want to think about something, like if you must think about something, just like you said, it's about thinking about your blessings, counting your blessings instead of thinking about how you and your shorty don't connect or what she done wrong. Think about the good y'all provided together as a relationship. Think about the times y'all provided together. Think about the times y'all helped each other out.
Exactly.
Like there's been some, like I said, I was a young knucklehead. There's been some things in the past that I've done that I'm proud to have her by my side for. All right, it's like you feel me? Where there's certain moments where I was like, no, I wouldn't have found a partner like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like she fits me, so like we connect. We connect with each other. We are. She's like my ideal partner.
She's your
Yeah,
best
like if
friend.
I can't, like if we talking soulmates, if I don't really believe in the soulmate stuff either, but that's probably the closest you're gonna get.
Exactly. There's no perfect out there.
All right.
And I blame movies because I was a when I got my first relationship and then stuff like that, I was accustomed to that. Like, why isn't this perfect? Why isn't it this person like the opposite of me? Or like, why isn't it, I don't know. I was like, in all my mind was like movies, Instagram, Twitter. It's like I didn't know what was real.
Bad, you gotta be
And I
bad,
started
thick,
checking it out.
smart, brilliant. You gotta be a conniving. Like you gotta have the full package, and not everybody. Like that's not realistic. Hell,
Mm-mm.
you not even perfect. So
You know all that.
like hell, I'll tell you, I used to pay my girl to type my papers in college. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like this, like you have flaws. Like everybody has flaws. That's the part. Like you said, you can blame movies because you go into things thinking how it should be, and then it's nothing like you watched.
Hmm.
It's absolutely nothing like you watch. From relationship to life stuff, it's nothing like you watch.
So just to finish up on that, man. Just like I feel like you just gotta stick with it because you gotta think about the big picture, not that. Don't live in the moment,
Mm-hmm.
and just know that you're growing with that person, and you only this will make you better in the long run. That's it. It'll only make you stronger and better. Just have faith.
Like I recommend everybody listening to actually like dive into their relationship, whether it's been like a few months to a hell of a lot of years. Just dive into your relationship and think about how how beneficial or how like the happiness your female brings into your life. Like, are you truly
Exactly.
happy with them? And then see how you could challenge each other. Figure out new ways to keep life interesting, to challenge each other, to grow with each other. Like sometimes,
So like, ask yourself like when you guys are together, how do you feel with that person?
hmm like just see see new ways to build on your relationship. For all you know, like I'm
Hmm.
not saying go run and have a kid or nothing, but hey, you might if you feeling like a little down in the relationship, find new ways to challenge it. Maybe y'all can start a
Hmm.
business together.
Exactly.
Y'all could do hey, start a business, do a movie, travel somewhere together. Sometimes you'd be amazed how a nice little weekend vacation could switch it up. You don't even gotta do nothing spectacular. Well, I mean, hell, like go drive 5 hours to like Jacksonville Beach and just go kick it on the beach for a little bit. Like spend the time to get to know
Not
her.
that same old same old. Hmm. So the next question is, are you jaded, and how would you get over it, or is it ever possible to not be jaded?
You said jaded.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Remember how I just told you I told my girl to write my papers? Yeah, I'm a math man. What's the word? Jaded, what you mean by that?
All right. I'm reading the definition from Google verbatim. Tired, bored, lacking enthusiasm, tickling, having too much of something, but that's not the real definition. I'm gonna go to Urban Dictionary, give you that Urban edition about that. But it's more, before I give you my
All
own.
right. Because, hey, like I said, I handle the business. I'm a numbers man. All right. Hey, that's what I mean. You got a partner for that.
All right, so it's a state of disillusionment and sadness you see through everything and have no illusions about what is true. So many negative things have happened, it becomes difficult to stay positive and about once gave you hope and joy. Sometimes might think there's hope, but then more negative things happen in the aspect dated in. You are dated in, so you become more jaded. This can be felt in many different aspects: love, friendship, politics, trust, music. But we're talking about love and relationships, even friendships right now. It's like jaded meaning in my thing is like you see Atlanta, start giving things in
Mhm.
Atlanta. You see how these women move in Atlanta. The scammers, they use you, and then you see the you see a homie, a homegirl cheating on them. So it's like you have all these thoughts about women. So when you actually try to open up to a woman, and then she what's it called? She walks over you because you're vulnerable because when you open up to somebody. Then the next time you try to do it, your back of your mind is like, nah, I can't do this, man. I can't trust this woman because I'm jaded because I have all this negative and like you just can't trust a female in your back of your mind.
Well, I mean, like first, if you talk to somebody that you feel like is your significant other, and they
Yeah.
undermine you, or they just not undermine you, but like if they kind of like you said, walk over you after you tell them that, then hold on, you got to reevaluate some stuff. You feel me? Because the whole point, if somebody comes to you to tell you something, especially when the like struggle, when the struggle is happening, especially like during these times, like come on now,
Uh-huh.
you shouldn't use the opportunity to walk all over them. Maybe you gotta figure something out.
But I feel like it's natural though. It's like you can say that, but it's like sometimes it's like you're doing it by like like subconsciously because people walk over the weak, and then I guess in men they like I said they view us as weak by showing emotion, but they want us to show emotion. So we're stuck in the middle. Like which one should I do? That's what I'm saying. That's when it comes you're jaded because like you don't know because last time you did it, it's like I'm not gonna do it again. So it's like fuck that. I don't trust
And
this.
I mean, you always got to be a little vulnerable. Like
Yeah.
the way I see it is, I mean, it's more like taking a risk. Like if you got to be vulnerable, I would love being. If you got to be vulnerable with anybody, it might as well be a person that you trust to be vulnerable with. Now, if they take advantage,
Exactly.
then that's it. Like now, if you're trying to be vulnerable, if you're being vulnerable with a girl that you're just talking to, maybe early in the relationship, maybe if y'all early in the relationship, she probably still look at you as top nigga. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like she still look at you as that. Maybe you don't have time to be vulnerable yet, because like you say, they ask, they say you black man can be vulnerable. Let's be real here. Like it's the there's like they say there's room for that, but it's not really that much room for that.
It isn't.
Like so, what I say, I mean, you just gotta like wait a bit, um, especially when it comes to a relationship like that. Like when you get in that space where y'all can be vulnerable, then bet. I'll say only when some time has been spent to build that vulnerability status. Like, does that make sense? Like, spend.
Yeah. Like I feel like I've become a victim of that. I'm like now that I see it, I'm like damn because it's like I don't know. I feel like 'cause I'm a real closed off person, so I was like, who do I really consult to if it's not my partner? But then it's like I have to wait some time, so it's like I'm stuck in like what should I do? What should I say when I have all this on my mind?
Hey, right?
Like, what the hell should I do? Shit, I got all this shit I want to say, and I'm thinking about if I don't talk to you, I don't like talking to anybody else about my business. Who the fuck I'm supposed to be talking
And see, like, you feel me? And that's why I'm like, I notice why a lot of people start to like turn to music or even like write music. Music is a beautiful way to clear your space. Like, for example, I write music. Like, don't get me wrong, I ain't trying to be no rapper or none of that. Like, but I
to?
mean,
Yeah,
like, I'm an artist at the end of the day. I'm a filmmaker. So if I can figure out another way just to kind of like let my thoughts flow, to let the stress flow, then that's what music come into play. Like, but you feel me? Like if you don't have that person, or if you feel like you can't communicate to that person yet, I mean, take the time out, just communicate with yourself. Like you have all control in how you think, how you move.
Yeah, and I feel like I blame COVID-19 for this shit too because I had hooping, I had basketball, I had like friend, I had like going over my friend. Like I just text my friend and them, but it's different. So it's like I had so much outlets to express myself, and now all that stuff
Hey,
got taken
fun
away.
fact: he ran from the hoop session. He got lucky. COVID saved him from that hoop session. Yeah.
Me? No. You can check my highlights. I ain't running for nothing. You can check the tape. You can check the tape.
So you can check the tape, but nah, like that's when like Corona forced people to like kind of be in your space, which is honestly a good thing. I personally, let me make sure I say this correctly. I don't mind having to be stuck in the house for like at least a month, 2 months. All right, now we're dragging it, but a month, 3 weeks is cool because it gives you time to actually work on what you've been wanting to build, what you've been getting established. It gives you time to be in your space. If you live with your significant other, it gives you time to be with each other, to learn each other again. Because you'd be amazed how you get caught up in the world and how much less you know about them. Like, do you really know your partner? That's what Corona challenged people. It's like, do you really know the people you around?
Right, because you're forced to be around them. It's like you're forced to say so much because you have so much time on your hands.
And then you're gonna feel them times. It's gonna be like, all right, we've been in the house. We on week 3. All right, you starting to annoy me a bit. All right, cool. All right, and then next week, you know what? Let me not be like that. Let me honestly just build. Like we get the opportunity to build back to what we started with. Yeah, make it better. Get some new stuff. Like start doing some new stuff. That's why I'm like, people need to. If you're in a relationship, challenge it. Like have some fun. And for the female, I don't mean challenge it like, oh, let's see if I can make him jealous. Challenge it.
Nah, for me, that's what let me go. And the same thing with dudes, man. That jealous shit, like, dudes that try to be tough. I don't care. Like that will work in the short run, but in the long run, you're gonna lose her. Because it quickly she's like, oh damn, he don't care, and she's gonna vie for your attention so much, then she's gonna realize to herself like, damn, he really doesn't give a fuck about me. So
you feel me? He really just cares about his own moves. He don't really care about building with her, and that's what I'm like. It starts off as a joke, and the next thing you know, she worked late nights. But yeah, right. But she works at a place that closes at 7 p.m. How you work late nights? I'm confused.
It's like, then just like, oh, you're not getting that text, you're not getting that call. It becomes I was busy. So it's like, don't play yourself, man. It's like, be open and be yourself. Like I'm always gonna be myself no matter what. That's how I taught myself. I'm not gonna be fake. I'm not gonna be 100.
Y'all can ask my female when I first met her. College, broke. Hey, no car. I told her straight up, hey, look, you gonna have a fun. Look, I ain't got that much money, and I'm cheap as hell as is anyway. But you gonna have a great time on this first date. Definitely walk to the movie theaters. Hey, it worked.
It worked out, didn't it?
It worked out completely. When we snuck in, went to the Dollar Tree around the corner, snuck some sodas in, got some candy, watched the movie. Like you feel me? Like you said, it's about being yourself. And like, hey, I promise you a good time. I can't promise you the world, but you're gonna enjoy the process. You're gonna enjoy the process, basically.
But see what you did. It wouldn't have worked if she didn't bring that energy back with you.
She had to want the excitement too. She had to just want to go on the journey. I mean,
she had to take that leap of faith. Like, yo, he might not be the best right now, but I like his qualities, his characteristics, and I like what he's saying. I feel like I should take a chance because
I'm
it's just like
straightforward. I ain't gonna play no game.
just one bad thing about him is I'm not gonna ignore um his whole qualities. Like Cody's a stand-up dude, he's funny as hell. She said, "Oh, he's cute," and it's like, and he says such a aura about him that she loves. So it's like I big
Like,
ignore
you
that
feel me?
he's down right now.
Be
We got two
straightforward.
people coming up.
Be straightforward and be yourself for real.
Mhm.
For real. If she walked, she walked. Like that was another thing. If she walked,
Exactly.
she walked. Like, remember, it's college. Like, that's the part where people might get harped up,
Yeah.
harped up on. Like, if you young, from anybody the ages between 18 to hell 30, 40. Well, no, not 40, but we stick with 30. Like, you still young out there. Yeah, it gets a little more challenging the older you get to find people, but I mean, don't front. I'm warning y'all now.
Don't front. Just keep it 100. Because yes, I got a lot of friends that's 32, 33, single, and all the girls he sees are ex-divorced, 5 kids. The son's taller than him because he's like 5'8". So it's like that's what you're waiting for, dudes. And females, you're waiting for baggage. You're waiting for a bitter ass baby mama, bratty ass kids, and a dude that doesn't want to have kids anymore because he doesn't want to be put on child support. So it's like once you find something and you know that it has substance, build on it, man. Just mold that clay into a base.
Because if you find, because look, whatever you front, that's what you're gonna find. If you find somebody that's down to ride with you, you're gonna find some. If you got that, I'm looking for someone down to ride personality, you're gonna find someone that's down to ride for you. If you got that, I got the money, I got the flex, you're gonna get them as long as you got the money and you got the flex. What happens if you decide to stop flexing or your lows go short? Better baby mama.
Exactly. And Atlanta, oh, the biggest flexing city in the damn world to me.
That's why I'm like, tell people you attract, you literally attract what your mind, like you attract what you're thinking about. You attract you attract how you act, basically.
Thank you. So it's like if your whole aura is like me, you're gonna attract somebody that's like me, and then y'all just gonna butt heads. Shit's gonna hit the fan. You're gonna end up hating. You either end up hating females, and either gonna end up hating males for females. It's like that's the energy you were bringing in the first place. So don't get mad when you attract the same energy.
And that's why. But honestly, that's why you'll also see in relationships where it's like, let's say you got like the young drug dealing nigga, right? He was making paper at first doing that stuff, but now he wants to change his life up. Let's say he just started his own business, started switching up. But nah, she liked the lifestyle. She liked a little bit of money. But that's why you see relationships kind of like switch up midway through. Because it's like at the end of the day, at the beginning, you weren't 100 with her. Or at the beginning, that was the lifestyle you had, but now you want to switch up lifestyles.
That wasn't really you in the first place.
Now, once you switch up lifestyles, y'all are bumping heads. She ends up leaving you for the nigga you used to be, or like she decides to grow with you anymore because she just leaves you for the nigga you used to be. And like you said, and there's quite a few of them. I've seen a few of my peoples.
And shit, now what's that dude gonna do to the next female?
And you feel me? And that's what I'm like, it's all a cycle.
It's all a cycle. I keep telling people that, and you as yourself gotta break that cycle because if you keep getting mistreated and you mistreat people, like how you think that cycle is gonna do for you? Like you have to know who yourself is. You gotta step back and know yourself. Even when you're trying to get to know somebody, don't push them to the side just because you're trying to get to know yourself. Because y'all have something, so build on it and build together. You don't need to be by yourself. You don't need to be isolated to learn about yourself.
Right.
Because you don't know. Because shit, I can tell you something about you, Cody, and you like, what? I never knew that about myself. And somebody else will say it, and it's like then it becomes known, and then you can work on it yourself. But you can't work on something like by yourself when you don't know anything.
I be telling people that, like, okay, if one person say something, all right, bet. I guess you can kind of brush it off. It's just one person that said it. If it's like the first time you ever heard it, you never, cool. You can hear them, and it's like, okay, but he's like the only one ever to say that. All right, let me go ahead and push it off. But like you said, if you start, all right, another person just mentioned this. All right, so obviously this is a common trait that people see. So how can I go about correcting that? I need to correct that. And it's worse
Right.
if like, now the only time I say you shouldn't blow it off is like you said, if you're in a relationship, if she points it out, I mean, take heed to it. Take heed to it, because honestly, she's the one around you the most. Like, don't get mad if she says something you don't like. Hey, you stuck up. Hey, you controlling. You might be.
It's a wake up call, man. Get your head out your ass.
Man, that's what I'm like. Hey, but you know, it's cool. I said, hey, thank you for having me on your pod. That's why I'm like, this is real. I like
it. Yeah. Just an outlet, man. Outlet for the dudes that need to hear something they need to hear. The females to get a different perspective.
And that's when I'm like, you can never get it. Like, you can never get enough of perspective, man. Like, listen, like, go out there. There's a lot going on in this world. There's a lot of different views. I say take heed to all views. Like, you might learn some. You might learn some shit. You never know.
You just might. You just might learn some shit that you never saw about yourself or knew before, and you just use it going forward. And then you're gonna see the repercussions. You're gonna see that growth. You're gonna see that positivity. Damn, I wish I would have learned this before, but I feel like we get the knowledge we need in the moment we need it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean?
Like 2019, the word toxic was big. You saw it everywhere. Cool. Yeah. Cool.
Future.
Like we saw toxic now, but now it's 2020. Let's get rid of toxic and let's figure out like how we can change it. If you haven't changed the toxic by 2019, then obviously it's not toxic enough for you to. If it wasn't toxic enough for you to switch, the next word should be develop, grow, something like. Change the word to something positive, because obviously it wasn't toxic enough to make you stop it or leave it, or like, so how can I grow with that? How can I develop? If you not in a toxic relationship, how can I challenge it? How can I build upon it?
Right.
Because I feel like people get too focused on like the negative part of stuff, and it's like, shift your mindset, start thinking positive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the focus shouldn't be toxic relationships no more. Let's go ahead and start focusing on your positive relationships, growing relationships, stable relationships. So it all takes some time, but like you said, they gotta have patience.
Patience and faith.
But hey, faith without work is dead. Everybody remember that.
Shit, but yeah, man. If I want to preach anything from this podcast, is faith, strength, communication, meditation. Like, meditate will really do some moves for you. Just stay faithful and stay consistent in what you're doing,
mm-hmm.
and stay growing.
Meditate and communicate. Yeah, don't medicate.
Don't medicate.
People rely too much on that as is. I'm not. Don't get me wrong.
Shoot,
not against weed.
We do it ourselves too.
But no need to just medicate 24/7. Like, exactly. handle reality. Don't alter it. Right.
Or don't try to escape it. Face it, bro.
But yeah, that's a whole nother shit. We could dive in on that too later. I mean, I'm always with that.
Yeah. Shit, but I'm gonna let you go, man. Thanks for hopping on the podcast. I know you're gonna be on the next.
Hell yeah,
next
episode.
Just
tell me when. I'm always with
so.
it.
Hey, So shout out to my boy Cody Mitchell, actor, filmmaker, connoisseur.
No,
Add him on. What?
look, he mixed it up. Filmmaker, actor of some sort. Yeah. Hey, filmmaking before everything. I write, direct, 09. If you need your music video shot, you're gonna see some stuff coming in May. But follow me at c.a.m_the director. That's my Instagram page, and then yeah, just stay tuned for a lot of updates coming up.
All right, that's dope. We all gonna be tuning in.
Oh yeah, no problem, Sean.
But
You
thanks,
know we
Kobe.
had it. Hey, till the next one, B.
Yeah.